Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to continue chapter 4, that is sorting materials into group. Now we already have discussed about the objects, okay, from which materials they are made. So different materials are used and the objects are made. Now what are materials? Materials are the thing that the objects are, from which the objects are made. Okay, so here I have collected many different objects. We will see from which materials they are made, and objects they are also made with single materials, or they can be made from more than one material. See, I have collected different materials. Glass, the glasses which are made from the glass materials, then ball which is made from glass, then here is a utensil, okay, which is made from copper and steel, watches there, a comb, straw, nail cutter, then the pins the clip pins, okay, then this is aluminum rod, iron rod, then spectacles, a plastic. So there are different materials are used. A paper is there. So we can see different objects are made from different materials. Okay, now plastic, wood, paper, then aluminum, iron, steel, those are the materials, and from that materials different objects are made. Okay, now we have already discussed in the previous class that the objects which are round in shape, right, then objects which are made from the plastic, and then we have also discussed two tables. That was on page number 20. Okay, two tables we have done. That was 4.1. From a single objects can be made from different materials. Then from one single material different objects can be made, that we have discussed. So see, here I am having a ball is there which is made up of glass, and here again the ball is there which is made up of the plastic. Okay, so single material is there, the ball is only there, but they are made up from different materials. Okay, now materials can be made from single the objects can be made from single material, that is, this is just made from a glass, right? Then a handle is made from a steel, this one is made from iron. Okay, single this is aluminum rod. But materials can also be made from two different the objects can be made from two different materials. As we can see, this is watch is there, it is made from glass, and this is a leather belt. Okay, so more than one material can also be used to make different objects. Now here you can see a coin bank is there. So the rooftop is plastic and the bottom is of it is metal, it is kind of a steel is there. Okay, then see, the spectacles are there. They are made from the glasses are made, this is made from glasses, and we can see this is here it is plastic. Okay, this one is plastic, and here we can see this is all metal. So it can be made, the single object is the spectacles are there which can be made from more than one material. So now we are going to study about the properties of the material. Now why we need to study about the properties of different materials? See, if I will give you a football, okay, that is made from rubber, and one I will give you a metal ball of the same size, and then I will tell you to kick one football, okay, to kick the football that is made from rubber. So what will happen? It will go to a far distance, but then I will tell you to kick the metal ball. So what will happen? It will not go far, and what will happen? It will even not move, but what will happen? You might get hurt. So properties are important to study, so that we can make different objects according to their usage. Okay, and for the purpose of the objects are to be made. Now if I tell you to store the water in the cloth, in a cotton cloth, so will it be possible to store the water in the cotton cloth? No, right? What will happen? It will start leaking. Why it will leaking? Because the cotton cloth is not having the property of storing the water. Okay, so a tumbler is used. Okay, while you are bathing, a tumbler is used for storing the water. What glasses are used, steel glasses are used, earthen pots are used for storing the water, storing even the petrol, the oil. Okay, so different objects have different properties. Okay, so according to the usage and according to the properties, the objects are made. So we are going to study here 5 different properties that are appearance, solubility, the state, then transparency, and one more is there, the ability to float. So first of all, we are going to study about the appearance. Appearance means the visual look of the metal, of the material. Now the first property over here is appearance. So what we are going to do, we will separate those objects which are shiny. Okay, those have, means what, it has the property of luster. So which as we can see here, the materials usually look different, right, from each other. The wood is there which looks different from the copper. Okay, this is a copper. Then even it looks different from steel, even it looks different from the plastic, right? But at the same time, the iron is there. Okay, this is a iron rod, iron, then aluminium, then copper, steel. Those are having certain similarities which the wood is not having. Okay, those objects have certain similarities which the wood is not having. Now what we are supposed to do, we will separate those materials. Those are shiny. As we can see, the copper, it is shining so much. Okay, so we will separate and keep them into a shiny material. Okay, then we can see the aluminum is also having its own shine. This is aluminum scale, all must be having at home also. Okay, this is made from aluminum. Then from here we can see the aluminum rod is there, which is also having a shine. Okay, so these are the objects. Even this is also object which is having a shine. This is a handle. This is made from the metal itself. It is a metal. Okay, then even nail cutter, which is made up of steel. So this all are objects which have been separated from different objects which are shiny. Now we can see the wood which is not having any shine. Then a plastic is there, a plastic comb which is not having any shine, but they are looking different. Okay, then even this is also plastic which is not having any shine. Then a candle which is made from wax, which again is not shiny object. Then what we can have, the leather belt. Okay, the leather belt, but this is of steel. Okay, so that is made up of metal, but it is having shine. But the leather belt is not having any shine. Okay, so we'll keep over here. So we can see these are the objects which have no properties of luster, but these are the objects which are having the properties of the luster. Okay, now as you can see, sometimes what happens, materials that have such lusters are usually metals. Okay, we can see that there are metals. The iron. Okay, iron is also included. This is iron. Okay, now we can see there is no shine. Why there is no shine? Because sometimes what happens, the metals, they often lose their shine and appears dull because of the action of the air and moisture on them. So to bring back the shine, what will you do? You will just you can rub it with the sandpaper. You can rub this rod with the sandpaper, so that to get the shine back, to get the property of the luster back. So the iron is there, aluminum is there, copper is there, gold. Those are the metals. They have the properties of what? They have the properties of luster. So when you visit an iron smith or workshop, look out for a freshly cut surface of iron rod to see if they have luster. Okay, so whenever you go to visit iron smith or any workshop, tell them to cut. Okay, so you can see the freshly cut surface. If we'll cut this, then the surface which is freshly cut will be much shinier. Okay, then you will come to understand whether the iron is having a luster or not. We can see here copper, steel, aluminium, and those are having the shines which is giving a great shine, right? So metal generally have the property of luster.